Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to game number 3 here in the Team Arena Grand Challenge, or Team Arena Challenge Grand Finals. And we of course have Mouse Sports versus Quantic IM, and another Terran versus Terran. Alright, I wasn't expecting so many TVTs here, but apparently Quantic IM really thinks that they can take out Thorzane in a TVT, which is arguably Thorzane's best matchup. So I don't know where the line of thinking here is for IM and for Quantic, but they certainly need to figure things out here. Maybe this Terran player can get it done because he is actually Yoda. And get it done, he will. Yoda, a very cool name, obviously, for many reasons. If you guys are Star Wars or science fiction fans at all, then you guys know who the green guy is, and strong with the Force he is. So we'll see if Yoda here can get it done. He's playing on the alternate account, Junwei. Yoda has a win rate in TVT of 46%, but it's a pretty small sample size, 6 wins, 7 losses, nothing too big. But I believe he's one of the B teamers or A teamers on Incredible Miracle, which obviously has excellent players like the best Terran player in the world, MVP. So we'll see what happens here. It is Antigua Shipyard for the map here, not forcing cross spawn, and that is important to note because Thorzane is going to have a much more difficult time expanding on this map. You guys can see the third here. This is the third of Thorzane, and there are rocks right into the open field, and of course Yoda is right below that potential third expansion. So Yoda has a lot of opportunities here to shut down that third, be aggressive, and we'll see if any of his training with MVP is going to come out here, and hopefully he can take out Thorzane, because Thorzane is an absolute tear right now. 2-0 in this series so far. We'll see if he can bring it to 3-0, and this is the third Terran versus Terran of the night. After this, I will probably not be casting any more Terran versus Terrans for a while, because I definitely want to see some more Zerg and Protoss get into the mix of things. But for now, we'll see what happens as Yoda sends his SCV over to the top right first. Both SCVs actually crossing with each other, and now I guess Thorzane's going to go to the bottom right, as Yoda will he go to the left or will he go to the bottom? He's going to follow suit, so a bit unfortunate there because he could have gotten a much quicker scout. And Thorzane will be opting to go for the 1 barracks expand right to the low ground. This is something that Thorzane does quite a bit. Whereas most Terran players are going to throw their command center inside the base, you'll almost always see Thorzane throw the command center on the low ground. And he just has the balls to pull it off. I don't know how, I don't know why, there is no scientific explanation. Of course, it is Terran versus Terran, so it's less likely that you're going to get overwhelmed by early game units, but still, you'll almost always see Thorzane throw that command center on the low ground. I also have a Reaper out here for Mr. Yoda. We'll see if the Reaper can get a kill here. Might get the scouting SCV, yes it will, but at least the SCV scouted the Reaper, so you know, Thorzane is going to have a good indication as to what to do next, and he's adding on 2 gases now with the second barracks. Yeah, actually got the 2 gases before he constructed the second barracks, so this is really fast gas for Thorzane, and this is something that Thorzane does quite a bit. Hold that thought though. A Marine almost getting picked off by the Reaper and the SCV, as Yoda also grabs his command center on the low ground just slightly later. But the reason why this is very important to note is because Thorzane loves to get his gas right away. You'll almost always see Thorzane get that early gas, and he's so flexible with it. He can go right into Starport, he can go right into Mass Factory, he can go into upgrades, Mass Bio upgrades. It really depends on what Thorzane wants to do, and I would imagine this time around he's going to go for Mass Bio with upgrades. We can see 1 Tech Lab, 1 Reactor, 3rd Barracks on the way here. So Thorzane's so flexible with his opening builds, and this is why he's so solid. He'll open up with 2 bases, he'll get his gases going, he'll build up his infrastructure, then you've got to watch out for his 2 base push. That's one of the most scariest things to deal with when you're fighting against Thorzane. And we can see that gas already being expended into, well, looks like combat shields first. So he's going to get that earlier, quicker upgrade first, and then he's probably going to get the stim. Meanwhile, his opponent, Yoda IM, is going to get another barracks. It looks like Yoda is going to switch things up finally for QIM here. I mean, for a while, they were just totally foregoing the standard way to play TVT nowadays, and they were just going for very strange builds. But it looks like Yoda is going to bring it back with more standard biomech. He did open up with the faster starport, though, so we'll see if this early Banshee will do any damage or not. Although Thorzane's already got tons of Marines, so I don't know. He's also got an engineering bay down as well. Not opting to go for that fast Raven with the feigned upgrade for Cloak, but he nevertheless will have plenty of anti-air defense, I feel like, and it won't have to worry too much about that early Banshee. And meanwhile, this Reaper getting pushed away by Thorzien's Marine. The Reaper is going to try to hold the Xel'Naga Tower for now, but all eyes are on this Banshee right now to see if Yoda can get any damage in. The Marines are out of position. Stim is not being researched yet, so the Marines cannot fall back quickly, but they are on the way back, so good awareness by Thorzien. The Banshee makes its way in, takes some damage from the Marines, but it's picked off 2 SCVs already. He's gonna have to pick off more to get that Banshee's cost justified, though. And right now, Thorzien, his whole sole mission in life is to make sure this turret comes up. Once that turret comes up, everything's going to be a-okay. Maybe not the SCVs to the right. And does he have a turret in the back of the main? He will have that turret up momentarily. So that Banshee really only getting 3 kills. It might actually die to this missile turret. Oh, wow. It got out of range just in time, and those Marine... Oh, it's cornered in now. That Banshee is pretty much doomed. It has nowhere to go. At the very least, I would imagine Yoda here will keep the Banshee in the back, use the Force, Yoda, and try to send that Banshee in when Thorzien is distracted. I think that would be his best bet right now. Just leave that thing on hold position and wait for a better time to strike. And let's see what he's building back at home now. More tanks. Really sticking to the standard biomech like I said before, and he's getting +1 weapons, so this is a much more you know, conventional style of Terran versus Terran, but you guys can see he's fallen behind. Thorzien's macro is too good. 70, well, it was for a second there, 72 over 66, but it looks like things just kind of caught back up, but I still feel like Thorzien is ahead in this game. Right now, Yoda trying to make an attack through the middle, but that is a very large army of Marines, and in fact, Thorzien is using the older style. Hold that thought. The Banshee finally comes in here once again. Yoda doing exactly what he needed to do, sending in the Banshee at the last second when the Marines are pushing out. So he picks off some more kills. Let's see if he can keep this Banshee alive to get more kills. 6 kills so far, and it will pull back. But Thorzien here, getting back to my original train of thought, Thorzien is going for the mass all-out bio style early game, and then he's going to get the tanks out. What this is a much more mobile style of playing TVT, but you will lack tanks until the late game. However, it can still be very effective as long as you use the mobility of the early Marines. And just all-out mass Marines can be very, very effective. We're probably going to see Thorzien drop into the main of Yoda here, and once he finishes Stim, of course, and then try to pick off some key add-ons, and then fall back. This mass bio style can be very good, but you have to be Johnny on the spot with the micro. Otherwise, you could lose all your Marines to a couple of siege tank shots, and that would be devastating. But here comes Thorzien. He will drop into the main. Oh my god, all the forces moving out of position at the very last second. Thorzien's going to stim up. He's going to pick off the stim upgrade. That's a huge upgrade to lose right now for Yoda. And he might lose a siege tank upgrade. No, he will not. Thorzien falls back. Doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew, which I kind of agree with. You don't want to risk losing all your Marines just to delay siege mode, although siege mode is still a very good upgrade to pick off. He just didn't want to risk it. And, you know, he doesn't really know. Is that Tech Lab researching siege mode? Is it researching something like combat shields, which is less of a priority? But here comes Thorzien once again, moving in with a small hit squad. He could actually use this as a stairwell, as a stairway. Siege up a tank here, leave a tank here, and then siege up right here. That would be very clever. Let's see if he does it. No, he will not. Drops off a couple of Marines at the front here, absorbing some shots. Wow, that Gauss rifle flew 20 feet to the left. Thorzien's got to be very, very careful about what he's doing right here, and you will see Thorzien play this out as a thinking Terran. Is he going to attack here and then try to go for a different location? Right now, all of his forces in the middle, so I don't think so, but he's unloading Marines one at a time and somehow has killed off all the enemy Marines thanks to the tank in the ground here. That tank has gotten 3 kills so far, and Thorzien has been very, very cost-effective with that medevac, and he's just slowly inching forward. He will pick off the tech lab on that factory, so that tank on the way right now is the last tank we will see. Oh, wow! Yoda cancels the tank that was in production to build a new tech lab. I think that was a mistake. He probably should have let that tank come out first. But now he's going to lose so much time on those tanks. He's going to have less tanks, but it looks like Yoda coming around the right side. Thorzien sims up everything, though. He's got too many Marines. Thorzien's going to get a full surround. He crushes the army to the right. Yoda was trying to prep up for an ambush, but Thorzien was all over it. So apparently Yoda is not one with the Force today. Luminous beings, are we? Yes, you are luminous right now. You've lost everything. Let's see what Yoda can do to get back. And he maybe pick up with that tank. Yeah, he will. So he's going to get one tank on the low ground. But that army, I don't care how strong you are with the Force, that amount of Marines, it's like the clone army, man. How many Jedi died during the battle on Geonosis? I don't even know. We're about to see Thorazine just take out the natural here. And Yoda sieges up his tank in the back, keeps it alive miraculously, but it did go down there to, I don't know what it went down to. Was it just friendly fire? How did that tank go down? It must have been the Marines picking it off. But Yoda is in a lot of trouble right now. He is cornered in on 2 bases. He's got to figure out what his game plan here is, because Thorazine is about to grab the 3rd. And toss all preconceptions aside about this map being imbalanced if you spawn like this, because it doesn't matter. Thorazine's got full map control. If anything, it's better for Thorazine now because he's got a staging ground from this 3rd to quickly reinforce the middle of the map and siege any buildings that are on the perimeter. And we've already seen one factory get sieged over here, had to relocate that whole building and infrastructure. So Thorazine totally in control. Yoda has got to figure out what he's going to do here. Let's check the upgrades. 1-1 for his Marines. Thorazine is also at 1-1, has no mech upgrades, neither does Yoda, but that income tab, 20 SCVs, look at that. So Thorazine, you know what, once he grabs the 3rd, he's going to have so much saturation over Yoda. Yoda's got to break out right now and get to the 3rd. He's actually going with 3 medevacs over to the right side of the map, and I guess his whole strategy here is just hold off the impending constriction of Thorazine and try to backstab with these 3 medevacs. This is a pretty risky gamble from Yoda. I didn't know Jedi gambled like this. We'll see if it comes to pay off or not. Yoda is gonna have to relift this barracks and reposition it right now. I don't know what's going on in the middle of the map. It looks like a blue unit just died, if there was blue in this game. But that barracks will have to lift off and reposition itself. A tank getting sieged up right now, and here comes the 3 medevacs from Yoda. Yoda trying to drop right into the main. He has open access to all the barracks and the factory in the starport. Is he gonna pick off the add-ons first? I would imagine so. He's got a good position, but there is a tank coming back here. The tank gets picked off first. Beautiful play. And oh my god, Thorazine coming in with all the medevacs. Almost losing a ton of medevacs right there. That could have been a critical mistake. But it looks like Thorazine falls back with the medevacs into the cover of the Marines. And now Thorazine's got too many Marines here. That will push Yoda's army away. Yoda needs to pull the medevacs back right now, or he's going to lose all of his medevacs. Oh no. Terrible mistake right there. And really just biting off way more than he could have chewed. I think if he had fallen back, it would have been justified. Going in there and doing a little bit of damage, forcing Thorazine to pull back, but he lost the medevacs. That was not good. And now we're going to have an all-in from Yoda. This is it. While the Marines are back at home and they're trying to run back to the reinforcements, can Yoda crush this army? He will! He's got so many Marines, he's going to destroy the entire tank line. Beautiful play by Yoda. Yoda just anticipating that, well, not really anticipating, just realizing that Thorazine was out of position there. He picks off the contain, and now he can finally grab the 3rd, but because he's been so stressed out this game, he just started to build the command center, so I don't even know if he can get back in this game now. Unless he can push into this 3rd right here. There's a lot of fresh meals mining. That's 6 meals mining right now. Look at the income tab. 3,000 for Thorazine, over 1,000 for Yoda. So Yoda has got to break these rocks to disrupt mining over here and get mining done over here in the bottom right-hand corner. Can he do it or not? It's a tall order right now because Thorazine is starting to back up his army. We can see the signature, hey, while I'm expanding, while I'm attacking, I'm going to build more barracks. And he's also grabbing the gold. Very smart right here from Thorazine. You know, if he loses this command center over here, it's a moot point because he's got a redundant command center. This is actually better than the one over here because it's fresh minerals, it's gold. Much better. And here comes Yoda trying to run up the ramp. Not going to work. Thorazine also trying to come in, or Yoda trying to come in with the Viking. That's going to get shut down by the missile turret. Look at the proximity. The main is literally 1 screen away from the 3rd for Thorazine. And even then, Yoda cannot make an attack happen. Thorazine sieging up everything here. He's coming in. SCV's also coming in the front, acting as linemen to absorb the damage. And I think Yoda's just going to have to GG. There it is. WW. Thorazine just got too much for Thorazine and not enough for Yoda. And another win for Thorazine. When is QIM gonna stop throwing up Terran players? Because this is not a winning strategy. This is not the win. I hope they throw up a Zerg or a Protoss next, because so far Thorazine has been thrashing, and he's currently 3-0 in the Team Arena Grand Challenge, Team Arena Finals, the Team Arena Challenge Grand Finals. And if Thorazine wins 2 more, he will secure the first best of 9 for Mouse Sports, which means they will go to a second extended best of 9. Let's just see what happens, guys. This is HD, signing out to the 4th game.